Good morning, YouTube. Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back to another episode of the Rebuild series. We're getting ready to go train. We got squats today. 196.4 today, so we actually gained a little bit over yesterday, but that's all on me. We wound up having some Taco Bell last night for dinner. The fiance really wanted some, and I partook, so we'll be back on track today. I figured it was okay, mostly because we normally eat together on Wednesday night anyways before she starts her work schedule. So I was like, well, we'll just do that tonight, and then that'll give me more days to be consistent to the end of the week. So that's how I justified it anyways. But no, feeling okay. Shoulder feels decent this morning anyways. We'll see how it is once we get under the bar. But work was super smashed yesterday. Good problems. So yeah, kind of the same plan today as yesterday. Get in, have a good training session, get our personal development in, and head to work. And that's about all we can do. So yeah, we're gonna drink the pre-workout, get warmed up, get this day rolling, try and get us a win. So let's go.
All right, YouTube, let's get this Taco Bell fueled training footage review underway. So if you are a longtime viewer and you haven't figured out by now, we eat a lot of Taco Bell at my house. It's pretty much our go-to when I'm not eating a meal at home. We're probably more in the camp of Taco Bell whores at this point, but not an ideal, pre-big squat day meal, I would say. But the fiance had a really bad day yesterday. She was just like, hey, tonight I need you to be, just be present with me. I need a meal, a movie, and just to hang out with you tonight. And so we did what we needed to do at home. And it only cost us 0.2 on the scale. And honestly, I will make that trade any day of the week, because anybody that's probably been out there in a long-term relationship knows if I would have been like, hey, I can't do that. I got to eat this meal and do this because we got squats in the morning. It probably in the long run would cost me a little bit more than 0.2 in the scale. So I'll take that trade. But no, anyways, on to the actual workout itself. Everything felt fine during the warm-up. It was an abbreviated warm-up. I was running late today. I have different alarms for Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday, because Caleb doesn't squat with me on those days, but he does squat with me on Wednesdays, and I somehow messed them up, so I was running a little bit late today. And that's where the mobility is kind of coming in clutch, because it's keeping me a little more ready to go. I would say we've been doing mobility a lot more consistently than I ever have before. And so it definitely paid some dividends today. So I'm glad I'm finally doing it. We had sets of 5 prescribed today. My least favorite day of the 5-3-1 program, just sets of 5 on squat, just feel so hard to me for some reason. I'm not sure if it's, I'm just out of shape or what, but just not my favorite. Last wave for the sets of 5, our top weight was 205 that we were supposed to hit. This time it was 210. So 5-pound jump, but honestly, that's just kind of the name of the game. 5 pounds here, another rep there, slowly making some progression. So I could tell today while we were under the bar, we went 45 for 5, 95 for 5, 135 for 5. I could tell at 135 that just kind of we'll say explosiveness wasn't there. Felt like today's training session was going to be more of a grinder. Not sure if it was lack of sleep or something. I felt like I slept okay. Maybe it was the Taco Bell, who knows, or a little bit of delayed, fatigue from Monday and Tuesday because we pushed pretty hard. But we carried on. I told myself, hey, we might not set any training cycle PRs today, but let's just hit the weights and the reps prescribed and see after that. So 165 felt fine, 185 felt fine, and then 210 for 5 was the top set of the day. I was really pleased through the warm-ups. Didn't even feel like I needed to think about keeping myself upright, even though that's a form cue that I've been really working on, trying to eliminate as much of the stripper squats as possible. when I unracked 210 for the first time, I guess I unracked it uneven because it felt misloaded. But when I went to check, it was loaded just the same. I guess it was just sitting uneven on my back. So we took about 20 seconds to reset, got back under the bar, and tried to crank out these 5 reps. I am very pleased to say that we got the 5. Probably could have squeaked out 6, but technically we did hit it for 6 reps, just not every one was not consecutive. So happy with the 5. I think the form looked pretty decent. I will say the last rep, I did have it's hard to see, but I could feel it that I was leaning forward. But overall, I'm pleased with that. We did do 1 back down set. Last wave, I did 135 for 10. And so I wanted to at least match that because that was the final week of the wave that we hit it for 10. We got 135 for 11 today. It's just kind of a burnout squat thing. I do put the bar a little bit higher on my back for these burnout sets than I would for my normal low bar. No real reason other than in my brain, hey, let's put a little bit more high bar, work on staying upright, and then just, hit your quads because you're about done squatting. So just crush your quads a little bit more and then call it a day. In a perfect world, I'll add sets to this, but we're going to work up to that. So from there, we decided we wanted to do a little bit more posterior chain focus work today. Last wave, we did a lot of leg extensions and things like that. So just decided today, hey, we're going to do a superset on the hyperextension, supersetted with the seated leg curl. So I used this one more as a super set move rather than a main movement like the lying leg curl. Just it feels more like a pump type movement to me rather than just a pure strength movement. Feels like the lying leg curl is more about lifting more weight, and this one's just about blowing up your hamstrings. That's the way I feel and use them. Let me know if that's totally wrong. So we did 3 sets on those today. Top set on the hyperextension was just 60 pounds for 15 reps. Top set on the leg curl, 90 pounds for 10 reps. Everything was 10 reps or more on those. After that, we finished off with just 3 quick rounds of Bulgarian split squats, 12 reps each leg. Caleb has never done these before, so I kind of introduced him to these, and then from there it was time to lunge. So only did 115 meters today. We did not carry the sandbag. I could tell you that I just didn't have that in me. We will carry it Saturday, but overall I think this was a pretty solid day. Mostly it's just, hey, get the work done, get the personal development done, and then head into work. Just one of those kind of weeks. Lunges felt fine. I didn't feel wobbly today, which is normally something after squats that I notice, that I'm just really shaky, but my legs felt like they had a little bit of stamina today, which I was really pumped to see that. After the lunges, did a few rounds of our shoulder work, trying to work on getting this new shoulder pain to go away. I think it's an impingement. Not sure. I'm going to keep working on it. But overall, I would say today it felt bad. It felt good. I only noticed it one time on the squat, and that was after the 210. I could kind of feel it, and I think it was more just the weight of the bar. I did test it out with some push-ups today. I haven't been doing my daily push-ups just because I was kind of chilling on that for a minute. But if I think it'll help, I might bring them back. I was going to bring them back in the spring when we started cutting, but if I need to right now for the sake of the shoulder, I'll bring them back. But from there, on to the personal development, reading our 30 minutes, our business book, daily stoic, training review, morning journaling, and off to work we went. Really solid day. I think we've had a really good 3 days. We're starting this week off strong, which was the goal. So we're going to wrap it there as usual. I hope you get 1% better. I hope you get some small wins. I hope you're doing well, and I will see y'all next time.